Parents, let's talk about 3 spiritual habits that will be good for you and your family for years to come. Hi, my name is Timothy. I've been a pastor for over 20 years, a parent for about the same amount of time, and I'm also an early elementary educator. Today, I want to talk about 3 spiritual habits that you and your family can make that make a big difference in your walk together as husband, as wife, but also as parents to children. The first very achievable goal is this: find a time of prayer for you and your family. Now, you may be in a situation where you are spending some time in prayer, or maybe your spouse is spending some time in prayer, maybe even spend some time together, praying together, and that's a great thing, and that's a great start. But now let's move that to having prayer time with your kids. To let your kids know that prayer is an important way that we communicate with God, and it's important that we can do this as a family, and for them not to be scared to pray. Now, let me tell you the easiest place to start when it comes to prayer. Having a time of grace around the dinner table is a great place to introduce your family to prayer. It allows your kids to know that you pause and spend a moment to thank God for what He has done, what He's given, what He's done for you and your family, and that's a good thing. Grace does not have to be hard. It can be simple as, God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this food. Be with all those upon our hearts. Amen. Now, the great thing about grace is that once you establish those patterns, your kids may want to offer their grace and their versions of grace. And that's a great way to introduce you and your family to prayer. Now, the second thing that you can accomplish as parents this year for your kids, which is a great spiritual habit, is to be a source of hope and light in this world. As you know, there is so much anger and hate and frustration. There's so much in the media which is unhealthy for us and our kids. There is not much light, so they are looking for hope and light, and they're looking for you to be that source of hope and light. Now, being a source of hope and light, it doesn't have to be hard. What it means is offering them a kind word, being present for them, letting them know that they're loved, that they're cared for. When they're sad, being by their side. When they're hurting, surrounding them with love. And it's so important for them to see that being the light and hope is different than what the rest of the world offers. That is so healthy, and it's so good for them to see that the hope and light of Christ is in you, so that they may know, may want, and seek and desire that same hope and light, that not all things are bad, not all things are hard, but there is good and there is God in this world. Now, the third thing I want to talk about today is having a time of devotion with you and your family. Now, devotion is different than prayer. Prayer is a time often without a book, without even a Bible. It's just a communication between you and God, sharing your heart, your fears, the things that you're anxious about, the things that you're hopeful for, or praying for other people and what's going on in their lives. That's what prayer is, our communication with God. Now, devotion is for us to learn and draw closer to Him through His Word or through devotional books. Now, there are actually family devotional books out there, and there are many of them online. A time of devotion doesn't have to be long. It could be 30 seconds, a minute, a couple minutes with you and your family spending some time together, learning more about God and His Word. And it is very healthy for you to talk about these devotions with your kids. Now, if you have young kids and they are not at the place where they understand the devotions, maybe it's a time to share a Bible story with them, or an important character in the Bible, an important event in the Bible. You can tell them of something that's important in the Bible so that they may know that the Bible is important to you, and it can be very important to them and their lives also. So having a time of devotion, having a time where they get to connect with God and you get to connect with them about God is an important thing, and it's great for you and your family. Well, that's it for today. I pray that these 3 spiritual habits may be good for you and for your family this year, be it having a time of prayer, or being the source of hope and light for them, or having a time of devotion with them so that they may draw closer to God and to you through that time. I pray that those give you strength and hope. Please know that you are always being lifted up and God is with you always. Bye now.